Hi, welcome back to my revival. Been a while since you've seen my face, huh? Well, I'd say it's good to see you, but I know I can't see you. But anyway, in a way, good to see you. Um, a little update. I've had gallbladder removal surgery. Apparently, it went very well. I haven't had my 2-week checkup yet. And I had oral surgery a week later and had 2 teeth removed, including a canine. Right here. I seem to be doing pretty well. Thank you, especially for your prayers and your concern and how many people have asked after me. This particular video is one that I've been thinking of since before I started a channel. And I never made it. Because I'm kind of learning with this YouTube creator thing that you put out what's sort of applicable at the time, and you have to sort of begin to learn to go with the flow a little bit. And some of the ones I thought of before ever making the channel either never make it, or I don't get to it till way later than I thought I would. This particular video is about knowing your why. How my knowing my why helped me succeed in weight loss. Ask yourself why you want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Are you losing it for yourself? Are you losing it for someone else? I used to try to lose weight for other people. My mom, my dad, a doctor. I used to try to lose weight thinking, aren't I supposed to try and lose weight? I'm fat. Aren't people who are overweight supposed to be trying to lose weight? And I'd lose some. But then when people didn't react in a really positive way, like I'd done this big deal, I'd use their not having reacted positively enough as a reason to go off my diet, and I'd gain it back and more. Doesn't make sense to me now, living that way. Decided to go on a diet because of someone else and stopping because of what someone else did or didn't do. I didn't see then I was giving up control of my actions to someone else. I used to always live my life that way subconsciously, and I didn't know it. And I was always unhappy. I haven't done that this time. This time around, my weight loss didn't have anything to do with anyone else but me. I figured out after my life-altering event, which I'm not going to go into here because I have a playlist for it, and it tells the whole story, breaks it all down. So go find that series here and pause it and come back if you want to. I found out that life is short and that I need to try to live it how it will most fulfill me. I had never thought like that before, and I have God to thank for that experience, that life-altering experience, and for allowing me to live so I can pursue new dreams and goals He's given me. Now I'm losing weight for health, to be more mobile to serve, to be more social and build up friendships, to live longer and do more activities. I learned there was no room for denial in any part of my role in my former lifestyle and the effect it had on my health, my weight, my life expectancy. I learned I shouldn't have survived, so I took a hard look at how I wish I had lived up to now. And then I set about consciously applying effort to achieve those dreams. Instead of just sort of, well, maybe one day. Nope. One day's now. It's happening, people. So I'll never again be a willing participant in my premature death. I'm not going to let anything deter me. Period. End of sentence. Done. I'm not playing. I'm not doing this for anybody else. I hadn't realized I was living my life sort of for other people when they even hadn't asked me to. You know, I hadn't realized I didn't have solid thinking on that part. Excuse me. I learned my why had to be bigger than any temptation. So know your why. Make it good enough. Good enough to get you through the doldrums, the hard times, the temptations, when you're tired, when you're bored, when you're frustrated. One you can bring to mind whenever temptations happen that lead you to want to eat off your plan or even make you want to quit. It has to be big enough to stop you in your, poor choice path and give you pause and rethink. Is this going to work for me? Is this me taking care of me? Wait a minute. Why do I want to lose weight in the first place? And give you time to rethink your action. Make it that big a why. As a matter of fact, I kind of struggled today with what video to do. I knew I didn't want to do one again where I'm showing you charts on the desk. But I was wondering which one to do. And lately, I'm very close to maintenance. And I'm looking at recipes and preparing for menu planning for maintenance. And I'd begun to have this sort of slippery slope thinking of foods I'd made a decision not to go back to. Frankly, maybe I could eat that. And I remembered, you talked yourself through this whole thing, this whole diet, step by step. You started with certain thinking. Your thinking changed along the way. Don't derail now. But it was in my really digging into my notes of ideas of what I could do a video about that the last few days of me kind of teetering on the more carbier, fattier foods, because I'm looking at recipes. I'm willing to look at recipes, even ones that are unhealthy ones, and see if I can tweak them for the diet I'll need on maintenance. And usually it doesn't even throw me. I'm always, I wonder how I could reduce this or that or this or that in it. And recently I found, I put a picture up on Instagram of how I redid my cookbook shelves. And I found some slow cooker casserole cheesy little booklets. And I was flipping through them, and I began to sort of have those thoughts, as I said, about, maybe I could have some of that ooey gooey, gravy, mashed potato, cheesy, pasta casserole things that are, you can have what you want, but I kind of had a plan and a mindset before this, and I noticed I was kind of beginning to do the drool over the stuff that would not fuel me. And I was kind of concerned, but I hadn't acted on it, And it was interesting how, in trying to come up with a video for today, as I was taking notes and writing things down, and it occurred, because I kind of do that, I kind of tend to organize my thoughts as much as I can to make these as concise as I can. I've rambled here at the end, but otherwise. The point I'm trying to make here at the end is my researching and thinking through ideas for videos today brought me to my idea for this one, which then reminded me in the going through it of my why, which re-cemented for me and gave me pause to check myself and think, whoa, 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 back up from all the yummy yummies you're looking at here that did not fuel you before, and you have worked your way into a good place of where you want to go. You've got a plan. Don't derail here. Don't give yourself a place to fall down, you know? So actually, in getting together my notes and thoughts for a video to try to share with you to encourage you to have a strong why, I was reminded of my own, and it's helping me again, because it's a strong one, to not derail from my focus, from my goal. So if you want to know, this is one of the things that's really gotten me through diet fatigue, temptations, when I'm tired. My toughest time, I've figured out, is when I'm tired and I'm hungry. So what I do is have backup plans at home for what I want to eat, or I have it with me. If I'm going to stop at a few places, I make sure I have a way to have a shake with me, so that I don't get too hungry in case I get tired and hungry, because that's when I want to stop at drive-thrus and get junk food. That's when I tell myself, no, you have food at home, go home, have a shake, you'll feel better. And I go home, I have a shake, I feel better. It works. Know your why, and talk yourself into the behavior you want for your self-care. You're worth it. I'll see you later. Or maybe before I can turn off the camera.